Dee, thanks so much for that. Rashaun, wanted to get your reaction first of all on this, and remind our viewers, of course, that you were an early investor back in private market days of the company, and what your take is on that quarter.
You know, in light of what's happening in sports right now, I'll use a sports analogy. It's like watching your son who made it to the NBA playing in the playoffs now, you know, on the big stage. The company never had to report quarterly earnings. We were long-term investors, had no idea how they would weather Omicron or COVID or anything. So to look at these earnings and see these guys beat 3 out of the 5 times that they've reported, and for me, condensing it into the 4 main things that I look at, that I've been looking at since 2016, it's just a fantastic story. And it's definitely a high beta name that your viewers need to own in this industry. So number one, you look at the fundamentals, you're checking all those boxes, bookings, revenue, earnings growth, love to see that. But number two, what factors contributed to that growth? That's been the big blurry area on whether or not work from home is kind of manifesting in a strong way. North and South American numbers, how they're working out. International, India and China has always been kind of the future long-term international growth prospects. And then long-term stays, like you just mentioned, that's a very important metric to be watching here. But number three, are they seeing any pricing pressure? So I'm also looking at some of the tailwinds that could help bring kind of future growth down a little bit. Oversupply in certain markets, competition, all of this brings pricing pressure down, or pricing pressure up and pricing down. And then, of course, regulation. I mean, I know people stop talking about regulation now that it's a public company, but that's all I heard about when it was private. And battles are still being fought globally and locally in this company every single day.